Have you ever noticed how anxiety doesn't knock politely? It doesn't wait for a convenient time. It doesn't stay small. One thought becomes three. Three become 10, and before you know it, your mind feels divided. You're not even sure what you're afraid of anymore. You just know you don't feel steady. And if you're a Christian, there's often a second layer to it. You start wondering, if I trusted God more, would I feel like this? The Psalms answer that question honestly. Psalm 94:19 says, "When anxiety was great within me, your consolation brought me joy." It doesn't say, "when I stopped being anxious." It says, "when anxiety was great within me." The Hebrew idea behind that word anxiety describes branching thoughts, a divided mind, mental multiplication. That's exactly what anxiety feels like. One concern about health becomes fear about the future. A financial worry becomes a story about collapse. A strained relationship becomes a fear of abandonment. Your thoughts don't just increase, they split. And the psalmist does not deny it, he names it. That matters, because biblical faith is not built on pretending everything is fine. It is built on honest relationship with God. Now listen to Psalm 46. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. But then it says, "Therefore we will not fear though the earth gives way, though the mountains be moved into the heart of the sea." That is not calm imagery. That is collapse language. Mountains falling, waters roaring, nations shaking. This psalm was likely written during real national crisis, real danger, real instability. It doesn't describe a peaceful afternoon. It describes chaos. And yet it says, "Therefore we will not fear." Why? Not because nothing is shaking, but because God is present in the shaking. Anxiety says everything is unstable. Psalm 46 says God is not. Many believers assume anxiety equals weak faith, but the Psalms tell a different story. David wrote while hiding in caves. Elijah ran in fear after spiritual victory. The psalmist cried out in confusion and distress. Lament is not faith failing, it is faith speaking. Biblical lament follows a movement. You tell God what is wrong, you ask for help. Then you anchor yourself in who He is. Psalm 13 begins with, "How long, O Lord?" and ends with, "But I have trusted in your steadfast love." The situation didn't instantly change, but the orientation did. That is what lament does. It gives the anxious heart a script. Instead of spiraling internally, you speak vertically. Go back again to Psalm 94:19. "When anxiety was great within me, your consolation brought me joy." Consolation is not hype. It is not forced positivity. It is steady reassurance. It is the quiet realization that God has not stepped away. The joy mentioned here is not loud celebration. It is relief. It is stability returning to a divided mind. And notice the order. Anxiety first, consolation second. God does not wait for you to calm down before He draws near. He meets you in the multiplication of thoughts. So what do you do when your thoughts multiply? You name them before God. "Lord, my mind feels divided." "Lord, I am afraid of what might happen." Then you rehearse who He is. "The Lord of hosts is with us, the God of Jacob is our fortress." With us. Right now, not after you fix your emotions, not after you become stronger. With you. Psalm 46 ends with this invitation, "Be still and know that I am God." Stillness does not mean the absence of trouble. It means stopping the mental striving that assumes everything depends on you. It means remembering who is sovereign. The storm may not vanish overnight, but you are no longer alone inside it. If anxiety has been loud in your life, hear this clearly. Your struggle does not disqualify your faith. The Psalms prove that fear and trust often coexist. But anxiety does not get the final word. God's presence does. When the mind is loud, God is steady.